Most Holy Grail Wars try to ease you in. They explain the setup, the rules, who is important. Fate's Strange Fake doesn't really do that. The first 4 episodes feel like you walked into something that was already happening, and nobody stops to catch you up. Right away, the war feels off. It's not clear who the masters are, who the servants are, or how seriously the usual class system even matters here. You've got the dead apostle involved, the church involved, okay, but even the police is involved. Characters show up, clash, and then disappear. Again. And after 4 episodes, it still feels hard to say who is actually driving things. At first, that just feels confusing, but the more I watched, the more it felt intentional and the more I actually enjoyed it. Take Ayaka for example. Ayaka feels like she's supposed to be the main perspective, but she doesn't feel like someone who understands what's happening at all. She keeps saying she doesn't want to be a part of the Holy Grail War. She keeps wondering why she's even in Snowfield. What stood out to me is that her fear doesn't come from fighting or danger. It comes from the fact that she can't remember things about herself. So even though she's at the center of the story, she doesn't really have any control over it. And that makes the whole war feel even less stable. The police headquarters fight is where this really clicked for me. You've got Orlando, Saber, the dead apostle, the priest, and the assassin all in the same place. And it's not even clear who's on whose side. The assassin literally turns on her own master, and the command spell isn't used to win the fight, it's used just to make things stop, sending off assassin somewhere else so the dead apostle can go on with his stuff. So that scene didn't really feel like it's about strategy or planning. It was just different people colliding because they all want different things. And as a viewer, you're trying to keep up, not because you're missing information, but because the show isn't interested in slowing down to explain it. Even Gilgamesh feels different in this version. In the casino scene, he's more like an observer, looking at how humans treat places like that as spaces for excess. And later, when he fights Hippolyta and Heracles, he clearly has the power to do more, but he doesn't really push it. It feels like he's watching the situation rather than trying to dominate it. There is a lot of power in this war, but having power doesn't seem to mean you understand what's going on. One moment that really stuck with me was when the dead apostle attacks the priest. That's when it becomes obvious that the priest's body is mechanical. And honestly, that made him easier to read for me. There is no pretending he's human. What you see is what you get. In a story where so many characters so far feel hidden or unclear, that kind of honesty actually stood out for me. And then there is Francesca. She's clearly enjoying everything that's happening. She watches the war like it's entertainment, laughs about it, and doesn't really hide that she's treating it as a game. The contrast between her appearance and the monster hidden inside her body is unsettling, but it also fits her role really well. She doesn't pretend this is noble or tragic, she just enjoys watching things fall apart. What really defines these first 4 episodes for me isn't what they explain, but what they avoid explaining. There is no clear source of truth, no character who actually understands the whole situation. Ayaka can't remember, alliances don't really hold or are basically non-existent, even power doesn't bring clarity. It leaves you asking not who is going to win, but who are you even supposed to trust? By the end of episode 4, what I felt wasn't really a clear or clean excitement or clarity. It was curiosity mixed with distrust. Fate's Strange Fake doesn't want you to feel grounded yet, it wants you to feel unsure. And Considering the name, that might be the most honest way to start this war.